Ever built a retirement plan that looks bulletproof until one small change blows up the whole strategy? That was me. So I tested Boldin Vs Empower, not just to see which one looked better, but to find out which one actually holds up when life throws curveballs at you. Boldin offers raw control. Empower keeps it simple. But which one helps you retire smarter, and which one could leave gaps that you didn't expect? Stick around, because what I found might surprise you. Now, before I reveal what stood out to me when I started using these platforms, I want to show you something that completely shifted how I approach this comparison. And it's not on their homepage, it's in the reviews. I spent a solid weekend combing through the messy, real feedback from actual users, not just the glowing reviews either, but the kind of comments that make you pause. Because, let's be honest, every tool has flaws. The question is, are they deal breakers or just growing pains? Let's start with Boldin. I came across a user who said he hadn't yet spoken with a Boldin advisor, but already found the software surprisingly complex. He had 6 different retirement scenarios running, and when he changed one, he had to remember to update the others manually. He admitted it was confusing at first, and yeah, I felt the same. But here's the thing. Boldin isn't meant to be a plug-and-play toy. It's built for people who really want to run the numbers, and that complexity is the trade-off for getting granular control over your plan. What reassured me was reading through dozens of other reviews where users said that the learning curve paid off in the end. One user mentioned that he was a total spreadsheet nerd and had built his own Monte Carlo simulators, yet even he found Boldin so powerful that he signed up for PlannerPlus right away. Said it was the first tool he actually paid for and expected to be a lifetime subscriber. Another user compared it to Fidelity's free planner, which he'd been using for years. According to him, Boldin offered more control, better optimization tools, and a few killer features like estate tax minimization. He even said it was probably worth the $120 a year. That's not someone who hands out praise easily. Now, what about Empower reviews? One user said the app was good, but listed a bunch of small issues that had been bugging him for months. The mobile site wasn't friendly, the app wouldn't remove closed accounts, and a feature called Roadmap kept reminding him to finish something the app wouldn't even let him finish. A year later, same glitch. That would pretty much drive me nuts too. But again, that seemed like a rare case. Most other reviews didn't mention those same problems. It's likely a device-specific issue or even a user error. It happens. Plus, for every quirky bug like that, there were way more users who just said how they loved how Empower helped them ditch spreadsheets and finally see their entire financial life in one place. I came across this Empower app review from a user who said he was able to sync all of his bank accounts and credit cards and that it gave him a clear picture of his credit card debt, even wishing he could adjust it manually for better forecasting. That, to me, is not a complaint. That's someone using the tool and asking for more control. And that's really the vibe I got with Empower. It works well for most people. It's not trying to be overly complex, and it doesn't pretend to be. But it gets the job done, and for a lot of users, that's more than enough. So, after spending time reading Boldin and Empower reviews, I wanted to dig deeper. What exactly do these tools offer, and where do they each shine? With Boldin, the moment I logged in, I could tell this was designed for someone who thinks deeply about their future. One standout for me was the financial wellness snapshot. One feature that immediately stood out about the snapshot itself is that it doesn't just track savings, it gives you clarity on income stability, debt, and long-term readiness, and pulls it all together in a way that feels more actionable than a basic net worth number. Then there's the inherited IRA feature. I haven't had to use it personally, but just testing it out, I saw how it breaks down your choices when inheriting a retirement account. Whether you want to stretch withdrawals or take a lump sum, Boldin doesn't just list your options, it helps you understand the smartest choice for your exact situation. That's rare. And their Roth Conversion Explorer feature is an absolute game changer. I tried running a simulation where I shifted pre-tax savings into a Roth gradually over a 10-year window. The tool showed me year-by-year tax impact, future savings growth. It even compared the cost of waiting. It's the kind of planning most tools make you kind of just guess at. Here you actually see it. Plus, Boldin just added a retirement withdrawals report. It gives you a clear timeline of when and how your money will be used, from which account, how much, and at what stage of your life. I could literally map out my entire income flow from age 60 to 95. That kind of foresight just doesn't exist in simpler calculators. This is some complex stuff. All right, now switching over to Empower Retirement, you can immediately feel the contrast here. The first feature I tested was the cash flow graph. It's straightforward, but surprisingly helpful. You see month-to-month income versus expenses across all of your linked accounts. No need to guess where your money went, so I could spot an off month pretty much immediately and see if it was a spike in spending or a dip in income. Then there's the budgeting widget. While it doesn't let you set strict budgeting goals, it does show a visual breakdown of where your money goes. In my case, it flagged a sharp rise in dining out, which I hadn't even noticed. That alone helped me make a change, like eating out a little less, eating in a little more. Empower also offers a neat credit card account details panel, so it pulls in your card balances, organizes them by provider, and even tracks one-day changes. It's perfect if you want to stay on top of debt without logging into multiple sites. Now, I just want to say no tool is perfect. With Boldin, there is some level of learning curve. The first time I ran a scenario with different tax brackets and estate goals, I had to watch a tutorial just to really get it. Maybe even 2 or 3 tutorials. It's not built for people looking for just a 5-minute calculator. But once you get it, you'll start trusting your numbers in a way that basic apps just don't deliver. Empower Retirement, on the other hand, feels a little too basic sometimes. Like when I wanted to run complex scenarios, say comparing early retirement with delayed Social Security, there just wasn't enough flexibility for me. And some widgets, which helpful, don't let you drill deeper than just surface level. Still, it's really easy to use and it syncs fast, and for many users, that's exactly what they need. Now let's talk pricing, because whether you're a DIY investor or working with a financial advisor, cost does matter. And between Empower and Boldin, neither one is crazy expensive. Boldin does have a paid plan, but based on what I tested, it feels more like an investment than a cost. You're getting access to planning tools that would usually require sitting down with a financial advisor. Empower is largely free, especially the retirement planner. That makes it a low-risk option to try. But if you want deeper advice or one-on-one financial planning, that's where costs can start to climb. Check the links in the description. We keep them updated with current promos and discounts so you don't miss out if there's a deal running. So, which retirement planning tool makes more sense for your situation? If you want control, deep scenario planning, and advanced features that go way beyond the surface level projections, Boldin is hard to beat. But if you're looking for a simpler, user-friendly way to get a big picture view of your finances, Empower makes the process fast and intuitive. Both tools serve different needs, and it really comes down to how hands-on you want to be with your retirement strategy. Check the link in the description of this video to get started with either platform using our special discount and coupon.